Because he sets himself apart from a lot of the riffraff and these people who are very selfish, who are playing basketball today. Again, Jeremy Lin, which was mentioned by Professor Lee before. You know, Jeremy Lin is not only an outstanding athlete, but he's an outstanding individual, and from what I understand, and he also is highly educated. I mean, he's the first person playing in the NBA from Harvard since 1954. And so, I mean, these kind of things are very daunting to become role models.
Excuse me, gentlemen, and Li Shi, let me bring you back to our topic on what kind of things or measures should be adopted to protect those who reach out to the fallen old people, because we were so embarrassed under the scrutiny of a very demanding and suspicious international society when the public debate broke out about why baby Yue Yue was ignored when she was crushed so brutally by two vehicles. And at the same time, you raised the example of Peng Yu in Nanking, and he was unfortunately accused of pushing down that old lady and was asked to pay the medical bill. Now, if you put these embarrassing examples together, you have a gruesome picture about why some of the Chinese are so indifferent.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing, certainly, and I'll tell you, because it's very difficult to legislate morality, which is what, I mean, Good Samaritan laws do and the right and the duty to rescue laws do. It's extremely difficult to legislate people to do good for other people. I think it's a responsibility of all governments, of all,
But Li Shi, did any of the people in China suggest that some pieces of legislation should be passed to ensure that those who are ready to help should be protected by the law?
Yes, exactly. I think in the recent two sessions, the conference, there's actually one delegate in National People's Congress proposed that we should establish Good Samaritan law to protect the people who's willing to help the others, especially when people help strangers. So if there is a situation that their rights has been infringed, they can have a legal way to protect their own rights.
But legally, it can be very, very challenging to prove that person is helping or not helping. And this is why, I I agree with the previous speaker that it is very hard to, in a sense, to legitimize the kind, to legislate reality, because in realities we have a diversified kind of society. You have good people and bad people, but then at the same time, I would say we should build the kind of legal frame to protect the weak, to protect the vulnerable, but at the same time, as educators, that I think it's highly necessary to educate, to edify by using these role models. I actually grew up in the 1960s and spent